What's up, everybody? It's Platypus, and the day of reckoning has arrived. The rapture is upon us. Board up all the windows and doors. Jerk off for that one final time, because you're gonna have to pick sides in this war. Darman versus Vid Chronicles. You're probably asking, Platypus, what's Vid Chronicles? I'm gonna tell you. They're the evil inverse to Darman. Like they're the plankton to Darman's Mr. Krabs. There have been some theories and conspiracy floating around the internet that Darman is secretly controlling both sides, just like Emperor Palpatine. So today we are ranking Vid Chronicles on the tier list to see if they have what it takes to dismantle Darman from the throne. We start off with girl dump struggling boyfriend for rich guy, and the first thing you realize is this dialogue is really good, and he has somehow outplayed Darman in his airtight writing with even more airtight writing. Then you realize Vid Chronicle actors are really good, but hold back those tears because no matter what, Vid Chronicles will never have Steve. And when you are curled up and crying like a little bitch because you prematurely came, no matter how dark the night is, Steve will always have room on his chest for you to suckle his titties. And then you realize how good the music is for the scene. Like, just take a listen.
Friend. But
I mean, like, the best music Darman has ever had is when he remixes a wet fart he had this morning. And then we meet this man who's cartoonishly evil, like a Scooby Doo villain. I'm giving that one a B tier. Now we have dying husband leaves wealth for helper instead of wife. We start this one off after our protagonist accidentally has a wet dream and asks his wife to help him clean it up because he is sick. Like, really sick. Like, Dr. Henry can't even help him somehow. And then later on, he quotes the Bible, and we know whose side God is on in this internal crusade. And then we have another one of our anime protagonists walking in on the wife and Alex Jones doing some really kinky shit. Later, the husband dies, and in his will, he gives everything to his wife except for an adult diaper and a cum sock, which will go to charity, of course. And he also gives all of his money to the maid as a last fuck you to his wife. I'm going. I'm giving that one a C tier. Now we have Rich Father teaching his selfish son a lesson, and this is starting to sound familiar. This is my regular cup of cum that I'm used to. So in the anime, we have a dying father, and one of his sons takes all the money to get a military-grade tissue company, and that tissue company promises to be so powerful it can stop horse cum mid-flight, and the other son takes all of his land. So the dad then drives them out to the land, and then it turns out that there was a massive dildo factory on the land and a river of pure cum. Amazing plot twist. Let's give that one an A tier. We now have slim model body shames plus size model. She instantly regrets it. So we jump into this one raw and no rubber had an audition for a model, and one of the skinny models starts talking shit about the fat model. I think this is a real world issue being addressed right here. Fat people are oppressed by everyone, but real life models aren't much better because they're as skinny as my dick. Like, the wind from a queef could knock them down. And then our anime protagonist tears some shit up on the photo shoot, and then she wins the model spot. I think that this one isn't as good as the others. It just didn't have that electricity that sends blood to my penis. D tier. Finally, we have mother abandons daughter to please rich boyfriend. So we start this one off hot with our anime protagonist taking a nice steamy dump, and somehow our antagonist notices that she is pregnant and tells the mom. And the dad runs down the stairs and says that our anime protagonist has to get out of the house. The mom then abandons her. Later, our anime protagonist runs into her mom, and it turns out that her boyfriend dumped her for an anime girl body pillow. And our anime protagonist then says that she is the CEO of OnlyFans, and we start it how we end it, with our anime protagonist taking a shit in her lap. Very inspiring. S tier. See ya.